good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First of all, I just want to start off by thanking you for doing this meeting with me today and participating in this interview. Just to let you know, I'm doing this interview to help me learn how to better prepare for a formal social work interview. Conducting this interview about a small problem of yours will give me experience with incorporating stages of plan change and use critical thinking when working with my future clients. Also, to let you know, we will be working on a time limit of 30 minutes. 15 minutes will be focused on assessment, and then the next 15 minutes, we will discuss your action plan. Also, it's important to let you know that this interview is not confidential. I will be sharing it with my instructor as well as other classmates for purposes of feedback on my part. And also, this interview is completely voluntary. And you have the right to share only the information that you feel comfortable with. And if there's anything you don't want to discuss, just let me know. Okay, so before we begin the interview, does this all sound okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. So to start, tell me a little bit about the issue that you're going to be talking about with me today.
Okay, well, I guess I just feel like I have a lot on my plate. I'm a mom, a student, I work, and I just feel like I have trouble managing my time and getting everything done in a timely manner. Mostly maybe just because I procrastinate, so.
Okay. How long has this been an issue for you?
Well, I've been a mom for a year, so we'll say a year.
Okay. So you'd say that your time management became more of a problem when you had your baby?
Well, yeah, because I just feel like I should be spending more time with her instead of always doing something, running here or there, working on something, and I just feel like my time should be spent with her. And so when I have free time, I want to spend it with her, but then I also have these other things that I need to be getting done, and I just worry constantly.
Although you feel like you have an issue managing time, do you feel like you do spend enough time with her though?
Yes. I mean, she knows that I'm her mom and that I love her, so I guess I would say I do.
So that's good. Have you attempted to work on this issue before?
Yeah, I've started things early and, started working on things a long time before they're due, but after a while, you just get tired and it doesn't last very long sometimes, so.
So you feel as if sometimes in the beginning your motivation is pretty high, but as you go on it just kind of gets lower.
Yeah, I feel like I have more on my plate.
I understand that. Okay, so I just want to take a minute and have you imagine what your life would be like if you didn't have to deal with the problem of feeling like you don't have enough time to fit everything into your schedule. How would your life be better?
I wouldn't feel so stressed and like I'm rushing all the time, but I mean, I do have lots of stuff to do, so I guess that's part of it. I guess like reducing some of my stuff might work, but I just always feel like stressed out and I'm always thinking about what I need to get done next.
Okay. So what I'm taking from this small problem that you have is that it creates stress in your life. So, okay. So as we work towards your goal, we'll be focusing on reducing your stress, which will also hopefully reduce this problem you're having. Okay, let's talk about you for a minute.
Okay.
Tell me about your personal life.
Well, I'm married, of course, and I have a 1-year-old daughter. I go to school 2 days a week. I work. I mean, I don't have a job, but I clean houses and I clean an office and I do some work from home, some paperwork from home, and I go to my grandmother's most of the days of the week and take care of her because she's not in very good health, so.
Okay, you said you was in school and you go 2 days a week. How many hours do you go?
12.
Okay, so you're considered full-time.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like to me you are very busy. You do, although you said you don't have a real job. You're a mother, you go and stay with your grandmother, you do paperwork for your aunt, you go to school, so you have to manage all that on top of being a wife and keeping things in your house together.
Right.
So I can understand, or I understand how you feel as if you have a problem managing your time. What about the people around you? How do you think they would describe you as a person?
Caring. I mean, that I work hard, so, I guess dependable since I help out with my grandma too, so, and, I mean, I would like to think that I'm a good mother, so maybe they think that too.
Okay, so in describing how you think others feel about you, can you say that you yourself feel these things about you? Feel like you're a good mother, you're caring, you're a hard worker, you're dependable?
Most of the time. I mean, sometimes I get down on myself because I just feel like I'm not getting it all done in time, or when it should be done, or getting it all done, period. I mean, I make pretty good grades, but I could make better, so.
Okay, so it seems like to me this issue also has impacted the way you feel about yourself.
Yeah, kind of. Sometimes I feel good if I get like everything done for the week and get it all accomplished in a timely manner, but other times I don't, and that's when I get down.
Okay. So we know that you have an issue about your time management, or you feel as if you have an issue, but how do you think others would view this issue? Do you think that you to them, do you appear to them that you have an issue with managing time, or do you think to them you seem like you've got it all together and you...
They probably don't see it as an issue because they just look at all the things that get done. They don't really know like when I'm getting it done, or if I'm getting it done on time, or if it's done right or good.
Okay, well let's just take a moment and realize that that is a positive thing, because others are seeing that you do accomplish what you set out to do, even if they don't know if it was late or how long it took you to do it or how much time you spent working on it. They do see that you do complete your tasks. So that's good. What would you say some of your strengths are? I know you kind of described them when you was describing how others look at you, but what are some other things that...
I mean, doing all of it at the same time, I guess, like being a mom and a wife and going to school and working. I just think that that's a strength in itself because I'm trying to make myself better eventually.
Okay, and you don't have to answer this question, but would you say that you have a limited amount of help as you're completing these tasks, or do you feel like, or is there other people that are there to help you along the way?
No, I have a lot of help. I mean, my mother-in-law is my babysitter usually. My husband helps out around the house a lot. So, I mean, my mom helps to watch with Bailey a lot. So I have a lot of help.
Okay. Okay. How is this issue affecting your life right now?
Just the stress, rushing around all the time, feeling like I have no other time for anything else. But, I mean, I guess really it's just part of life. It's my job. It's things that I have to get done to live. So, there's two different ways to look at it.
Okay. Let's move along to talking about going into your goals. On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is it for you to make this change in your life so that you do have more time, so you feel less stressed, less rushed?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't say 10 because in the back of my mind, I think, you know, I just have like 1 year of school left. I'm not going to have homework after that. It's all going to be over then. Then maybe I can get rid of all my small jobs and get one big job. So maybe that won't take up as much time. But at the same time, it's hard to feel like the stress all the time and feel rushed. And I still want to spend time with my daughter now. So sometimes it's something that I would want to change, and other times I think there's more important things really than worrying about all the stuff that I do.
Okay, so what it sounds like to me is you don't make changing this issue a priority. Even though you do think it's something that needs to be worked on, you think other things are more important than working on it right now. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and create an eco map of the people and groups and other things in the environment that you are associated with. So what I'm going to do is put your name right here in the middle. And I just want you to just write in here things that you are associated with, like your church, your family, your school, just whatever things you interact with on a daily basis, weekly basis.
Okay, I think that's all.
Okay. So, let's talk about the relationship between you and your family. How would you describe that?
Very strong.
Okay.
That's what I like to do most of my time. Of course, it's a lot better than homework and work, so that makes sense. But that's what I do most of the time. Spend time with my daughter. On the weekends, spend time with my parents.
Okay, so family is very important to you.
Right.
And when you do get a chance in between your busy schedule, that's where you like to be, is
Right.
spending time with your family. And I can see that you put that as a priority over school sometimes, which is understandable. I mean, family opposed to school, you know. Anyways, okay, moving on to school. How would you describe the relationship between you and your school life?
Well, I don't really enjoy it, but I do it for myself, for my daughter, so that I can provide everything that she needs for my family, and to get a good job one day, of course. So I mostly do it to eventually better myself, even though I don't enjoy it now.
Okay, so you don't enjoy school right now, but you know that it's working towards a better future for you and your family.
Right.
So that's good. Okay. What about your relationship with church?
I mean, it's pretty strong. I don't necessarily go to church every single Sunday, but we're there most of the time, and I mean, it gives back to me also, so.
Okay, good. Okay, in your relationship with work, you mentioned that you do cleaning and paperwork, and how does your work environment impact the issue that you're facing currently?
Well, the paperwork that I do from home is more enjoyable, of course, because I do it from home, and I can spend time with my daughter at the same time. But there's also this deadline that I'm always like, I have to have it done by this day. And I know that every week, but I usually put it off until I know that I can get it done at the last minute. So maybe that's something that I could work on, like stretch it out like a little at a time instead of just cramming it all in at once. And then the cleaning, I mean, nobody likes cleaning, but I do it to pay my bills, so that's just something that I have to get done.
Okay, great. I just want to take a minute to recognize that although between school and work, although your view on them wasn't the best, I want to take a minute to recognize that you did point out, though, that you take something from both. Like from school, you're taking the knowledge and the education because you know you're working towards a better future. And from work, you're taking that you are working towards making a living. I mean, you're dependable, you work hard, even though you don't typically enjoy cleaning. I mean, it's something you do, you know. You understand. Okay, and even though you do paperwork, even though you consider that work, you said that you do it from home, which gives you time at home, and I'm assuming your daughter stays with you at home during the day, so you get more time with her. Okay, and it seems like you do have a very strong relationship between your family and church, and you enjoy spending time with your family and at church, and you take stuff both from them too. Okay, so in your family, school, church, and work environment, do you believe that there are people involved in those that would support you in trying to manage your time better, or would be able to aid you in trying to develop more time personally for yourself?
Yes. I mean, I know that anybody I call to watch my daughter would watch her anytime. It's just the fact that, you know, I'd rather just have watch her myself. But anytime that I needed time to work on anything, I would have it, and they would support me and encourage me and motivate me. So they would be there to help also if I needed it.
Okay, and I can relate to you. I have a 10-month-old daughter too, and I know that if I ever ask anybody to watch her, they would, but it's the fact that I'm there and I can do it, so, and that's just more time with us. Okay, so let's take a look at your family life between you and your husband and your daughter. Are there any stumbling blocks in that area that may hinder you from reaching your goal?
Yes, but I wouldn't necessarily say on their part. It would be more like me thinking I could be spending this time with them, or I could get my computer out and do my work, and what am I going to choose? Probably spend time with them. So that could be a barrier, but not a negative barrier necessarily, because I'd be choosing to spend time with them rather than do my work. It's not like they're saying, like, I'm not going to watch Bailey because I don't want you to do your work.
Right. Okay, so taking that into consideration, from what it sounds like to me is, although, you know, if you got your schoolwork done maybe a little earlier as opposed to spending that time with your family, which would give you more time, or maybe a little extra time in the end to spend with them instead of worrying about getting your schoolwork done.
I didn't really think about it that way, like getting it done to begin with and having time left.
Yes, but
That's one way that I didn't think about it.
But I do want to point out that you do prioritize your family, which is very important. So I can understand that, and that's something that we will work on towards your goals. Maybe less procrastination and trying to get things done a little more earlier so you can have more time with your family instead of worrying about your schoolwork. Okay. So before we start deciding what your goal will be exactly, or what action steps we will take towards achieving your goal, which to me sounds as if your goal would be managing your time a little better so you have more extra time to spend on things that you would enjoy. Do you feel like you're ready to begin tackling this goal right now? Like you'll be willing to make a change right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so since you say yes, if you went home after our meeting today with the action steps already in place, do you feel like there would be any barriers today that would keep you from going ahead and working towards your goal?
I don't think so. I think after our conversation, I would have more motivation to get started and start managing my time better.
Okay. Alright, well, what we're going to do now is work on a action planning table so that we can work towards your goal a little better and have a visual of it. Okay, so we talked about what the goal is that you want to set yourself, which is primarily managing your time a little better. So, for your issue or challenge, I'm going to write down that your challenge is managing time. Does that sound right to you?
Mhm.
Okay. And your goal is to essentially manage your time a little better so you have more time to spend on the things that you enjoy doing. Okay. Since we've set our goal and we've identified what your challenge is, what steps do you think you could take towards managing your goal or reaching your goal?
Maybe like making out a schedule and following it rather than just, picking up my computer and working on my homework when I get a free minute, or, really focusing on getting it finished so that I can have the time later.
Okay, yes, I think that would greatly help you. Okay, so that's one action step we have. How do you think we could go about making a schedule and evaluating how you do on that schedule?
Well, right now, I said I go to school 2 days a week. I go on Wednesday and Thursday. Usually I don't even pick up anything to do with my homework until Monday, which gives me 2-3 days to get it completed. So with work and homework, that's kind of a lot. So maybe instead of having all day Saturday and Sunday to do nothing, I could work on it for just a couple hours.
Okay.
So that would give me a head start.
So I think it's very well that you are yourself opening yourself up to the option of working on your homework Saturday or Sunday while you have a little more free time than the other days. So that's good. So for one of our evaluation plans, we can put let's just have you make a note that for Saturday and Sundays that will become your study/homework day. And what would you suggest doing that could let us both know that you are working towards at least completing your homework and studying during those 2 days?
Well, on Saturday and Sunday, can you do, let's say, 2 hours a day?
Okay.
And that would I would have that much done instead of cramming it all in on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then after the first week, if that works out well, it's something I could continue to do. Or if it doesn't work out well, maybe I could change it up and do 3 hours one day and have the other day free, or even working. I clean, usually my cleaning day is on Friday, so maybe I could clean and then do a little work, a little homework, or a little of my work, and have that much caught up.
Okay.
Just instead of working only on 2 days, work a little at a time rather than just all at once.
Okay, so even doing 30 minutes a day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday would be a big help to you instead of cramming in right before your days. Okay. As far as work goes and managing your time, you did say you do some paperwork from home. Is there a certain day that you do that on?
I do that when I do my homework as well. So I'm just trying. Usually during the day I work on my work, and then after dinner or something is when I work on homework.
Okay. So do you think it would be beneficial to keep all those still working on the same day? Like maybe you do your paperwork on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or maybe just Saturday and Sunday? How long does it usually take you to finish your paperwork?
Usually about 2 days, but those are the days that I'll probably have to work on homework, because that's when I turn my paperwork into, and then I get it new on Monday. So I would say Monday and Tuesday I would do the work, and then I should do my homework on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, you said maybe work on paperwork?
Right. So maybe then when I got home from school on Wednesday and Thursday, I could just relax, or catch up if there's one assignment that I need to do, then I could have time for that. So I guess really I just need to adjust my schedule rather than
manage your time.
adjust my schedule to work out.
Okay,
Not
so instead of making your goal managing time, we're going to make it to adjusting your schedule so that to limit the amount of time you have for procrastination, because you will be increasing your time to get stuff done ahead of time.
Yeah, because I'll have my homework. If I have my homework done on the weekend, then I can just focus on the work during the week and then be ready for school on Wednesday.
Okay. So let's go over this real quick. Your goal is adjusting your schedule. Action steps towards achieving your goal would be: one, we have making a schedule, which we spoke about because you go to school Wednesday and Thursday. So instead of coming straight home and working on your homework, then that'll give you time to relax because those are your days where you go to school. You'll be working on your homework more Saturday and Sunday, maybe 2 hours a day. And those 2 days, which is also our next action step, will be getting your paperwork done. And we'd also work on that Monday and Tuesday. Okay. So, although you'll be doing work Monday and Tuesday, and Saturday and Sunday, and going to school Wednesday and Thursday, you will have those evenings after class to relax.
Right, it'll be more spread out and I'll have more time to...
Yes. Okay, good. And if you don't mind to, okay. Is there a time limit for when you want to accomplish this, or do you just want to maybe take it as it goes, see how it works out?
I guess just see how it works out the first week, and if it all goes well, then maybe that'll be good, and if it doesn't, we might have to adjust some things. So.
Okay. Would you be comfortable giving me a call maybe twice a week, maybe on Wednesday and Saturday, just to let me know how your progress is coming? Okay, that'll be good. All right. Well, since we've discussed your goals and action plans and how we're going to evaluate your progress, our meeting is coming to a close. So, again, I just want to let you know that this is not confidential. It's going to be shared with my teacher and other peer mates for feedback purposes on my part. Does that still sound okay to you? Mm-hmm. Okay. I would like to encourage you on reaching your goal, and I believe that we have set some positive, attainable goals to solve your problem, or to at least help you with your issue, on achieving extra time for you to spend on things you enjoy a little more. I want to thank you again for working with me on this interview and taking the time out of your day. Is there anything you would like to add to the interview today or ask me?
I don't think so.
Okay, and again, I would like to thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.